I think I put everything together with the alien topic that we're having. They're not disclosing the truthfulness of the alien issue because it would topple the morality in our society. Because as Bashar has said, we did not come from an Adam and Eve type of story. The Bible is a metaphoric collection to help us understand how to reach Christ consciousness. But man has created a religion around the Bible in order to control other men, and all of the other religions are offshoots of Catholicism, right? And so to disprove Catholicism and to say that it's man-made and that the Bible is not to be taken literally, that it's a metaphoric outline of how to achieve Christ consciousness, which is that God is in all of us, would topple huge religions in our culture and the morality of our culture. And as Colonel Nell has said, that has moral implications. And so they're not fully disclosing to us the truth of the alien situation because that would cause people conceivably to lose their morality. Because if they lose their religion and their sense of right and wrong, then they can act out of pocket and create catastrophic damage. And so they are slowly disclosing it to us, because the truth is that we did not come from a God that put Adam on the earth and then took his rib and created Eve. We are a hybrid species, as Bashar says, that were created from a combination of alien DNA and the Neanderthal type of hominids that were here on Earth. And that's what we are. That's why they say, wait till you hear about who you are, because we have alien DNA in us. And I heard another video that was saying that Christ was created by the aliens to show us an example of achieving Christ consciousness, of tapping into the higher consciousness that alien DNA gives all of us, or that our soul is made up of. I don't really know how the soul plays into this. I'm still figuring that out. But as we tap into our higher consciousness and create our own reality, we realize we have the power, that we are God. God is in us, Christ consciousness. That's what Jesus was here to show us. So when we read in the Bible that a star followed Mary and angels appeared and a flaming bush, that's not a technical thing that happened. That is alien contact here on Earth. So a star could have easily been some sort of higher consciousness, alien craft, who knows, following her around to prepare for creating this Christ figure. So we have this Christ figure that shows us many things that Neville Goddard talks about, how to tap into our higher selves and be one with God. So if you explain it this way to all of humanity, then everybody who believes in an Adam and Eve story and a Bible and all of these things that have been sold to us that we have built our entire civilization around, civilization could crumble conceivably. Also, there's this idea that there's a darker presence, alien presence, that humans are just containers for souls, that we're cattle, that there's this dark force energy that people come into contact with when they fall into a coma, for example. There's several examples of people in comas that finally understand the truth and the reality of humanity, and they see this dark force. I've also heard Tucker Carlson and other people say that this has a spiritual component to it. People that believe in Christianity, mainstream Christianity, and pray to a Jesus to save them and to, give them redemption, they're actually worshiping the devil. Could that be the same thing that the man in the coma talked about when he saw the dark force? Could there be another alien dark force energy that created or had a hand in creating religion to keep people small, to keep people looking at a power outside of themselves to attain eternal life or to get what they wanted? They pray to a God in heaven and they beg for what they want, and they have faith in that God in heaven, thereby forgetting or not looking at the God within them, that they are God, they have the power within them. So if you get them looking at an outside God then and praying to an outside God, now they're forgetting the power that they have within them. So that is the dark satanic force, if you want to call it that, because it makes you forget who you are. Could there be a lighter version, a converse, light and dark, to that dark alien energy that is the Christ consciousness, that is the level up, that is the we create our own reality, we are all one, we are unified? Because I've also heard studies that aliens don't understand what the soul is, that many of these abductions are aliens coming to try to understand the soul within the body, and can they get the soul out of a human body, and what does the soul have to do with a human body? Maybe the soul aligns with that higher consciousness, that higher alien entity that also plays a part in our everyday world. These are just some thoughts, but I'm putting everything together that we've been hearing on this app and that people are discussing, talking about. And I truly think this first contact is going to show us a lot. Bashar says that they're going to show us holographic images of our past. They're going to show us how we came to be and shed more light on the topic. And I think this first contact will be a stepping stone into finding out and discovering the truth of who we are. But I think many people know. I think they've been told it by alien entities, and they are keeping it contained, Congress included. I think the Congress congressional hearings are just a way to slowly deliver it to the collective so that we don't freak out. But I think a lot of people know the truth, which is where we came from, the truth of religion and all of this and how it's related, and what our point and purpose is on this earth. And I think it's very different than what we've been taught in religion.